All right. Hi, Opus family. Kayla here. I am the client account consultant out of our Texas office, and welcome to Water Cooler Wednesday. So we're running this a little bit later than our normal time. So we have been running 11:30 Central Time, and it just seems, time-wise, that is getting a little bit away from us. So I just wanted to take some time today. We're going to give it a try at noon for the next couple of weeks. See how that's going to work for us. And then from there, we'll try, if we need to try later, we might try that as well. So, I just wanted to give you guys that heads up. So we might not be running at our usual, we won't be running the 11:30 timeline, as we kind of move forward and we play with this Wednesday time slot. So, all right. Hopefully everybody's October is kicking off well. You guys are starting to get into some of the cooler weather, and I hope that this weather holds for us. Pardon me. It's really pretty here in Texas. We've gotten into the nice, like the 70s, and so that makes me really excited for what's coming, because it just makes, we get nice, cool, crisp mornings, and then, we get the beautiful afternoons as well, and not sweating so dang much like we did all of July and August. But that's outside of this. So I hope everybody took some time after after last week's and did some checking in, and thought about and assessed your goals for yourself personally, for yourself professionally. Made some decisions, or at least got the ball rolling on how you're measuring success and how you're going to continue to measure success moving forward. I hope that brought a lot of good things up for you guys, and will help you continue through the end of the year and get prepared for next year. So while you're thinking about those goals, let's kind of talk about the workforce and what's been going on and what we're seeing. So I saw an interesting, or I heard it. I heard an interesting piece of information the other day, and it was kind of geared around remote working and what it looks like for those of us after COVID that transitioned into, kind of a work from home role and that remote basis. Taking that remote piece away essentially equated, when we broke it down to dollars, we talk about measuring in specific. When we broke it down to dollars, it equated to about a $50 a day decrease in pay. So essentially what it was saying was they took into account some of the cost, right? Whether that's childcare, that's the amount of the food that's eating, the amount of money you're spending on food eating out, picking up coffee on your way in, totally guilty of that. And even also your commute itself, right? The time you're spending in the commuting, the fuel you're spending. If we put average dollar, for those of us that live out in the country, it's a little bit different when you're driving further into the city. But if you put a dollar amount on it, you're looking at about a $50 a day decrease in your pay. So, anywhere, you're talking about almost $13,000 per employee. And I think that we've got some companies that when they're telling people to come back into the office, this is not something they're taking into account for it. So if you're talking to your employees around hybrid work, or changing the structure, or changing the remote piece, really start looking at your productivity versus your spending. And I also would challenge you to look at your engagement of your partners, right? So thinking about how happy are your employees or associates with their current position, with with their job, the feedback that you're getting, they're getting. How happy are they with their current role? If you're asking them to come into the office, is it a personal thing because you've got managers that need to micromanage? Where we've got somebody in the wrong place, they can't manage from afar, they can't manage virtually. Are you struggling because you can't measure the productivity? Have you not found a way to measure that or to log those things? I was listening to a podcast, and I think a lot of people obviously, and have probably heard it, as I was going back through some things, and I came across a piece where Joe Rogan was talking about, there have been employees that are remote working, very productive, and they've been let go because the company was measuring their performance based on the amount of login time that they're on their computer, the amount of clicks that their mouse is making, or the amount of keystrokes. And just because I'm clicking more doesn't mean I'm necessarily making more. I would rather spend 30 minutes on a call talking to one company that I can help in multiple areas versus 5 minutes on 5 different calls talking to 5 different companies about, and that's probably too little of time, but spend that 30 minutes helping one company with more pieces, right? So that I've got a more encompassed, more satisfactory solution for them than helping 5 companies with 5 different things that it's going to take me more work that might give the same amount of return. So I think that as we go forward, you can't think your way out of a problem if you use the same thought that got you into that problem. So, as we get into remote work, we had to get into the remote working field with all of the craziness that happened, 3 years ago when essentially everything shut down in 2020. But we don't have to continue to use the same measuring stick, the same ruler for what productivity looks like. And it's going to vary. It's going to vary from different companies or in each of the different fields, depending on what you do. And I mean, it's kind of like social media. It's always going to be fluid. But as long as you've got something that you can measure, you've got something obtainable, you get really clear, and you kind of set those expectations, I think that this it is a really great thing because your employees are more engaged. They're saving time. They're getting to spend more time at home, so they're not fretting while they're at work over things that they could worry about. Instead of driving an hour in traffic to be at the office at 8 o'clock, they've got that extra 45 minutes at home, and then they come in, they sit down at the desk, and I'm ready to go. And I've been able to handle some of those things that I'm going to now, if I was in the office, try to handle or coordinate while I'm there. So, changing our perception of what we feel is a problem can really benefit us in today's work environment. So just kind of some food for thought around, the remote work experience, kind of some of those things to piggyback off of the goal changing, and just something I found interesting that I had run across this week in between my podcast and my social media diggings. It's just, something I kind of wanted to bring to you guys' attention to think about. Outside of that, we'll be wrapping up. I say that we've got 2 weeks left in October, and then it'll be November. So as always, Water Cooler Wednesdays, we're here for you guys. I'm game to talk just about any topic. And if I don't know, we'll find somebody who does. Or if I don't have an opinion on it, I don't always have an opinion. But I tend to find some kind of information out. But if you guys bring it to us, you can leave us a note on any of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and and YouTube. Oh, y'all, it's a Monday of a Wednesday. You can find us on any of those. Give us a follow. Find us our website. We are opusmanagement.us. You can also find opusmanagementmarketing.com. Is if you're looking for any social media needs, branding, or website help, we can help you there. We do always offer a free discovery meeting. You can schedule that time on either website if you're looking for us. And that's just, 30 minutes. We can sit down, talk about your pain points, talk about what you're wanting to do, see if we've got a solution for you. It doesn't cost you anything. We would love to help your small business act as an enterprise and get you some of those benefits, whether that's in HR, in social media, marketing, accounting, or even just in policies, procedures, and all of that setup. But my name's Kayla again. I'm a client account consultant here at Opus Management. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and we'll see you next Wednesday.